I traveled 2,000 years to ask you one question about Alesia.
Then come with me, time traveler, and witness the battle that forged an empire.
80,000 Gauls trapped on that hill. I had only 40,000 men.
Show me the truth. Let's go back to the day that changed Rome forever.
In September of 52 BC, this hill in France was the center of the world. Julius Caesar had been conquering Gaul for 6 years. He burned cities, killed 1 million people, and enslaved another 1 million. But the Gauls united under one man, Vercingetorix, a brilliant leader who trapped Caesar in his own game. Caesar was surrounded. To survive, he ordered the impossible: 2 walls. The inner wall, the circumvallation, to keep Vercingetorix in. The outer wall, the contravallation, to keep the relief army out. 18 kilometers of iron, wood, and death. 40,000 men worked day and night, in mud, in rain, in blood. They dug trenches 4 meters deep enough to hide a horse and rider. They cut down entire forests, dragging oak logs that weighed more than 10 men. They built watchtowers every 80 meters, 23 towers on the inner wall, 30 towers on the outer wall, each tower 3 stories high, topped with ballistae, giant crossbows that could kill a man at 300 meters. And all of this while Gallic warriors from Alesia launched raids every single night, trying to burn the walls, kill the workers, break the siege before it was complete. But walls alone wouldn't stop desperate men. So Caesar's engineers designed something the world had never seen. Between the 2 walls, a 400-meter killing zone. First, they dug 3 parallel trenches. The first trench, dry, to slow the charge. The second was partially filled with water, diverted from nearby rivers, forcing attackers to wade through chest-deep water while Roman javelins rained down. The third trench, fully flooded, a moat 4 meters wide and 4 meters deep. And if you somehow crossed the trenches, you entered the trap fields. 500 meters of engineered death. Caesar had turned geometry into genocide, mathematics into murder. And in the center of this machine of death, the traps waited. The Romans called them lilia, lilies. Beautiful name for a whore. Conical pits, 1 meter deep, 60 centimeters wide at the top, narrowing to 20 centimeters at the bottom. At the base, 3 fire-hardened oak stakes, sharpened to needle points, angled upward at 45 degrees. The stakes were treated with fire until the wood turned black and hard as iron. Then the Romans camouflaged each pit with interwoven branches, scattered dirt, and dead grass. From above, the ground looked natural, untouched, safe. The legionaries dug them in 5 parallel rows. Thousands of pits. Every 30 meters, another row. If you charged the Roman walls, you had a 1 in 3 chance of falling into a lilia. And if you fell, the stakes went through your legs, your pelvis, your spine. You didn't die quickly. You died screaming. 4 weeks into the siege, the food ran out. Vercingetorix faced a choice no leader should ever face. Keep the civilians, the women, the children, the elderly, and watch everyone starve together. Or expel them, send them to the Roman walls, and pray Caesar shows mercy. He chose survival. He expelled 20,000 people, the Mandubii tribe, non-combatants, innocents. They walked out of Alesia's gates carrying nothing but hope. Hope that Caesar would let them through. Hope that
Share
Rome
these last
had
rites.
honor.
I'll fix the bedding.
Stay close, all of you. They reached the Roman walls. They held up their children. They begged. They screamed. They offered everything: loyalty, slavery, their lives. And Caesar's answer was silence. No food, no water, no passage. He ordered his soldiers to hold position, to watch, to do nothing. The Mandubii were trapped between two walls, the Gallic wall behind them, the Roman wall in front. 400 meters of empty ground. And there they sat. And there they died. For 3 weeks, 20,000 people starved to death while both armies watched. The Gauls from Alesia could see them. The Romans from their towers could see them. No one moved. No one helped. This was war at its purest. This was what empire cost. History doesn't record their names. We don't know if they had families waiting for them. We don't know their last words. All we know is this: Caesar made a calculation. 20,000 lives versus strategic advantage. And he chose strategy. Some historians call it brilliant, others call it monstrous. Caesar himself never mentioned it in his writings. Maybe he was ashamed, or maybe he just didn't care. And then, at the end of September, the horizon went dark. Not with clouds, with men. The relief army had arrived. Caesar claimed 250,000 Gallic warriors, the largest army ever assembled in Western Europe. Modern historians think he exaggerated. Maybe it was half that. But even 125,000 men, charging at 40,000 Romans, those are still impossible odds. For 3 days, the world groaned. Caesar was trapped. Thousands fell into the Lilia pits and were mutilated by the stimuli. But the human tide was inexhaustible. Roman discipline against the fury of an entire nation. Then came the crisis. At the northern wall, the defenses shattered under the weight of 60,000 warriors. The Roman line wavered, then broke. For a moment, it seemed Caesar's dream would find its grave in the mud of Gaul. But Caesar donned his scarlet cloak. He didn't just order the counterattack. He became it. A lone figure on a white horse, charging headlong into the chaos. When the legionaries saw that flash of red, their terror turned to fanatical rage. The Gallic relief army, seeing the legend himself leading the charge, faltered. Vercingetorix watched from the heights of Alesia as his last chance vanished into the dust of a broken retreat. The silence that followed was not one of peace, but of a world forever changed. Alesia had fallen. The Republic was gone. The Empire was born.
You asked if it was worth it.
History isn't made by monsters. I paid the price so Rome wouldn't have to.
Thank you for the truth, Caesar. I'll see you at the next crossing.
Caesar, your empire is vast. It is, but what of your world? Subscribe now for more history.